Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball here today with another Pokemon TCG online video. And it's been a while since I did a Night March deck. And I decided, you know what, let's take a look at some of these profiles out there. And, Jason Klaczynski played a Night March deck for the US Regionals in Forte Wayne, Indiana. And, I mean, of course, he didn't win it, and we didn't see him in the top 4 or anything like that either. But still, Jason Klaczynski is a really good Pokemon TCG player, one of the best in the world, winning multiple world championships. And his deck list, I really liked his deck list. I think that we've seen a lot of variation. We've seen a couple of deck lists very similar to this. It features Archeops here with Ancient Power to lock your opponent from evolving, and and again, like I said, I haven't played a Night March deck in a while, featuring Joltik here with Night March. It's been a long time. I think the last time I did it. And I've been hearing you guys have been wanting to see Night March again. And so I thought, let's showcase a deck that has been proven and played. And, it's a deck that I enjoy playing too. It's pretty fun, actually. So Joltik here, the 30 HP Lightning Pokemon, this is going to be for the expanded format, by the way. That's why Archeops in here, and it's in let's see, Jason Klaczynski played this in the regionals, and regionals is like just expanded format only. So yeah, this is going to be an expanded. So Joltik here, a 30 HP Lightning Pokemon, pretty pathetic, but 30 HP. And that's another thing too. Night March decks was like very prevalent in the regionals, and playing Archeops was huge because there's such a big a lot of people playing evolution Pokemon, and also Pyroar. I don't know if you ever run into that. So those kind of things as well. However, so yeah, like I said, Joltik, pretty straightforward. Night March, get some Night Marchers in the discard pile and hit for a ton of damage. So Night March Pokemon here, you have the Joltik there, you have the Lampent here, which always just hits the discard pile since we don't play Litwick, and it's got a very strange energy cost. So this attack is useless for this card. It's just going to go right into the discard pile, and that's all we need it for. And then, of course, Pumpkaboo can still attack as well for DCE and Dimension Valley. And, so Night Marchers. Since this is expanded, we can use Mew EX to use Versatile to copy Joltik's Night March. That's why I'm kind of featuring Joltik as the main man in this deck. Even though there is Pumpkaboo, Joltik here gives Mew EX that huge flexibility of playing with just a single energy to hit for a Night March, and because Dimension Valley can assist with that as well. We do have Shaman EX here, 2 of these, be able to use Sky Return, and also what we use it for mainly, setup. And that's about it. We do have Unknowns here. Farewell Letter definitely helps accelerate and draw into cards. Very helpful to be able to draw 1 card. So they essentially turn into, like, I guess in a way an acro bike almost, but you're not discarding, you're just drawing another card. And yeah, so that's about it. Oh yeah, we do have 1 Jirachi here with Stellar Guidance, being able to play this onto your bench and search for any card and shuffle your deck afterward. Search not any card, search for any supporter card, sorry. Yes, and so there's that. Did I miss anything else? Nope, that's it. So 22 Pokemon, pretty heavy line of Pokemon. Battle Compressor, gotta play 4 of these to be able to discard all those Night Marchers. We have the Computer Search here, as well as Escape Rope. Trainer's Mail, very handy to be able to draw some of the your item cards that you need, or tool cards, or supporters as well. So 4 of these. I do like Trainer's Mail a lot. Ultra Ball here, as well as VS Seeker. And then we got Lysander, as well as the Maxie's Hidden Ball Trick. This is the reason why we can play Archeops, is to use Maxie's Hidden Ball Trick and get Archeops into the discard pile using Battle Compressor, and then playing Maxie's Hidden Ball Trick to get Archeops right onto our bench. And Maxie's Hidden Ball Trick, this card can only be played if it's the last card in your hand, but with all these, Computer Search, Ultra Ball, things like that, very easy to discard your hand. And you get to put a fighting Pokemon for your discard pile onto your bench, then draw 5 cards. That is huge right there, folks. We have the N right here, only 1 of these, 2 Junipers, and then that's it for the supporters. We do have 4 of these Dimension Valleys, definitely very good for sure, Pumpkaboo, and also definitely for Mew EX. 1 Floatstone, you never know when you need to retreat, and Muscle Band for sure to get that extra damage boost, and then DCE as well as Lightning Energy. You might be thinking, why Lightning Energy? Well, you never know, you can use Gnaw for 10, and a Muscle Band, you can Gnaw another Joltik for 30 damage and knock it out. You never know, that could happen. So that's why that Lightning Energy is there. So very straightforward Night March deck. well, pretty straightforward besides the art chops here. I mean, that kind of throws things off. But because of the Maxi Cinnamon trick, makes it work, and it's pretty cool to try to pull it off. So let's go ahead and see this deck in action here on Pokemon TCG Online. Alrighty then, and we will be playing it against XX something rather, and we see a lightning coin, we see lightning sleeves, lightning all around. It's my opponent's turn. I'm expecting to see lightning Pokemon. Of course, I can always be wrong. We are playing with Pikachu sleeves, so that's one side, you know, I mean, add some accountability to us. We're not playing, well, Joltik's lightning type. So we see a Dynamo in the active spot for my opponent, as well as an Yveltal. My opponent plays an Ultra Ball right there, probably going for, and I don't know. Oh, a full art Raikou. And speaking of full art, that Yveltal, there's a full art too. And there's a DCE drop and a Sycamore. So I'm not really sure what my opponent is playing. I would assume my opponent would have Darkness energies for that Yveltal, as well as Lightning energies. I'm guessing this is an expanded format that Dynamo needs to evolve into Electric. So we see the Blitzel right there. We do have a Floatstone to work with. We can play that onto the Pumpkaboo. Play the switch right here. Let's go for the unknown. Let's go and grab a card. I'll go for the Shaman. And okay, that's it. We'll retreat into the Shaman. I know my opponent is playing Electric type, but I would assume maybe the Shaman can buy ourselves a turn. I don't know. My opponent can actually use Evil Ball to knock us out. Think about that. You can see a Darkness energy, and that would be doing 1, 2, 3, 4. No, actually, even with the Muscle Band, my opponent, actually, yeah, my opponent can knock us out now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it'll hit us for 100. Our Shaman would survive the turn. And never mind the Dynamotor there as well. Oh, man. I did not see that coming. Well, probably should have saw it coming, but that's alrighty then. Okay, so we do have a Juniper there. I was gonna say Sycamore, Battle Compressor. So right now, if we can get a what is that? A DCE, we should be able to knock out this Yveltal in one shot. So let's go ahead and play the Joltik down on the bench, play that right there. Let's play the Battle Compressor as well. We have a VS Seeker, which we can use, but not until next turn. Let's get rid of the Pumpkaboo, and a Lampent. Do we have any more Lampents, or is that it? Let's get rid of that Lampent right there, and here we go. So let's go ahead. We get the DCE. We do. We got the DCE. We're going to go ahead and play that on the Joltik, and let's retreat into the Joltik. We have the Battle Compressor here as well. Can get rid of that Archeops, get rid of another Joltik maybe. Pumpkaboo and Joltik looks good. Let's get rid of them. This should be a guaranteed knockout. We even have another Joltik there as a backup attacker. We can go ahead and snag that Lysander right here, and we can probably knock out something else, I would assume. Let's go ahead and just do 400 damage. We're already hitting for 200. Well, you know, we got the Muscle Band too. So we're hitting for 180 without the Muscle Band. If my opponent plays starting Megaphone, we will still hit for 180. That's still a knockout on the other two EXs on the bench. Easy 2 prize knockouts left and right. And we see an Electabuzz there as well. And Manectric EX hits the field. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like my opponent is playing a pure Lightning deck with a Yveltal Tech. I don't know. But the Manectric EX does show up and will hit us for 120 damage. We can promote our Pumpkaboo with the free retreat from that Floatstone. And as of right now, we can probably go for an Ultra Ball and maybe get a Mew EX or something rather. We do have the DCE available to us. We can knock out that Manectric EX in one shot. Yeah, we have the Dimension Valley out, so it doesn't matter. We can... we'll be using Joltik anyways. Let's go ahead and grab a Max's hidden ball trick. Might as well do this for some fancy style points. Why the heck not? Let's go ahead and discard a couple things here. We can get rid of the Lysander. No need to see that anymore. And let's go ahead. Maxie's get the Archeops here. There it is. So now my opponent can't evolve that Electabuzz. Take that, Electabuzz. Can't see that Electivire come to play. And go with Versatile. Let's go for that Night March right here. Hitting for the knockout, 200 damage because my opponent knocked out that Joltik, adding more to fueling the power right here. So, as of right now, if my opponent doesn't manage to knock out the Mew EX somehow, we can promote the Pumpkaboo, play our other Mew EX, and all we need to do is play that Lightning Energy, and we can get the job done. So, with VS Seeker, we should be able to grab a Lysander, knock out another big EX, but I'm assuming my opponent's going to bring out that... Thunderous here. Could be pretty dangerous. We could get paralyzed. And my opponent flipped for a headlock and does get heads. Hits for 60. That's it. We'll just go ahead and knock out this out. That's it. My opponent concedes his match, and that's it for the game. I gotta say, this deck is fun to play. Very fast pace, very quick and consistent. Little tiny Joltik taking down that big bad Yveltal, hitting for 400 damage. That was insane. Well, that's it for this first match. Let's go ahead and play another match here on Pokemon TCG Online. All right, and we're gonna be playing against a metal and fighting deck. It is Uncanny Pepe or PP or Pep. I don't know how to say that. I'm not sure, but hey, it looks like we're gonna be going against. Ooh, we see an Evilsoda there. Oh, that's interesting. We're gonna be going against a Metagross deck. This is gonna be a Machine Gun Stomp deck, and our Joltik here will be leading us off. And since my opponent is playing a metal deck, our Joltik actually has a metal resistance. I don't know how much of that's gonna come into play, but probably not, since my opponent can use Machine Gun Stomp and hit for like a ton of damage. And Joltik is so frail, so fragile, only 30 HP. Oh, okay, so we got a pretty decent start here. We got an unknown we can play right here. We got the Floatstone. Let's go ahead. We can Ultra Ball. Probably get rid of that Lysander. Definitely going to get maybe another unknown. Could go for a Pumpkaboo. Could go for this, not maybe a Jirachi. That way we can grab a different supporter. We have a lot of options here, that's for sure. Or maybe just grab another Joltik, have a backup attacker. We could go for the Pumpkaboo as well. That's a pretty beefy Pokemon. We can use the Floatstone for that. That way the, but we can go ahead and just grab the Jirachi, grab a different supporter. I don't really want to use a Lysander right now. Well, we could actually. My opponent has an energy on that Beldum right there. Let's go ahead and play the Jirachi. Let's grab an N or maybe even a Juniper. We will end up discarding our Lysander, but that's okay. We've got a couple unknowns right here. We even get a Joltik that we can grab as well. Let's go ahead and dig through our deck a little bit more. And hey, look at this. We can just get rid of the Joltik as well as Lysander and go for a Battle Compressor maybe. That's not a bad decision. Can Battle Compress, get rid of some things. Yeah, let's go with that. We're going to play the Juniper regardless, so let's get rid of the Archops right there, get rid of a Lampent and another Lampent right there. Looking pretty good, looking good. All right, so we got it. Wow, we even get another Pumpkaboo off that Juniper. We got everything we need here. We even get another Battle Compressor off the Trainer's Mail. Here's a Dimension Valley. Man, oh my goodness, even my opponent counters the same, we're going to just counter it right back. So here's the Pumpkaboo. Let's go for the Night March. Going second has its benefits, and there it is, a Night March, knocking out that Beldum. And we are just on our way. Oh my goodness, that was pretty nifty being able to set up that well. And so still, you never know what can happen. We can see rare candy. Oh, we can see an Evilsoda. So that, you think about that. We don't even need, we might not even need Archops if my opponent continues to use Evilsoda. He can get around the Archops that way. Since Archops prevents players from playing it from their hand, you can still play it using Evilsoda. That comes from your deck. And Wally works the same way too. You can use Wally, and that would bypass Archops' ability. And that's it. My opponent just kind of evolves a couple times, and we see a couple more Pokemon. We even see a Nose Pass there. That's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and discard these Pumpkaboos. Grab out perhaps a Mew EX right here. We have the VS Seeker, which we can grab a supporter if we really need to. Let's just go ahead and we'll just hang on to it for flexibility's sake. And for sure, we can probably just even Battle Compressor though. Get rid of a couple more things, and maybe we can benefit our draw in the next turn. Whatever we top deck. Wow, we still have a Lampent there. Oh my goodness. Let's get rid of that Lampent. That's for sure. Let's go for the Night March. Hit for 180 damage. That is a piece of cake. All right, so right now I actually want to preserve the Joltik at some point. It'd be really nice if we were able to do that. So we can play the Lightning Energy on the Mew EX in the next turn, and hopefully if this Joltik does get knocked out, at least we can draw into another Joltik. We can play the VS Seeker for the Juniper, and here it is. My opponent plays the Evilsoda, so once again, doesn't even matter if we played Archops. My opponent will bypass Archops using the Evilsoda here, and we should see the Metagross come into play. 2 Metal Energies already there. Does my opponent have a way to draw more cards in his hand? That's the question. Because my opponent only has 2 cards right now, one of them being the Metagross. 3 cards now 2. So my opponent does evolve into the Metagross. And again, my opponent can have 2. Oh my goodness, my opponent didn't get any more cards. The Joltik survives the turn because of the resistance. Incredible, unheard of. Joltik surviving a Machine Gun Stomp. That is amazing. Oh my goodness, I can't even fathom what just happened here. My opponent concedes the match. Couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe his own eyes. A Machine Gun Stomp failed to knock out a Joltik. My opponent only had 2 cards. Oh wow, hitting for only 20. The little tiny baby Joltik survives by 10 HP. That is incredible. Oh my goodness, I am appalled. Wow. If that didn't make your day, that made my day. And man, that Joltik was the real champion. You, the real MVP. Okay, so let's go ahead and play it on the match. All right, then we're gonna be playing against Noodles BR, and yeah, actually, I really like noodles. I'm a big noodle fan. I like ramen noodles the best. And if you guys live in Boston, there's a really good ramen noodle shop there in I think Cambridge area. And yeah, actually, you know what? The Pokemon World Tournament was in Boston just a couple months ago. So if you guys were in Boston, hopefully you guys got a chance to try that. That's like one of the best in the nation, probably not the best in the world, since Japan has probably the best ramen noodles. But anyways, we see a Lugia EX right there. That is awesome. Great. Weak to lightning. We can go ahead and set ourselves up, get it set up with an Ultra Ball. Discard the 2 Lampents right there. We even have Battle Compressor to discard the other Lampent. Hopefully that's in the discard pile. Oh, we see a Aegislash EX. So that means we're going to have to get a Mew EX going. And the Mew EX should be able to knock out the Aegislash with just a lightning energy, a basic lightning energy. That should do the job. And it can copy the Night March. Assuming we can get the, the Dimension Valley out, right? If we can get Dimension Valley out, our Mew EX can copy Joltik's Night March for just a single basic energy. So right here, we see Sycamore. We see my opponent did play a switch, knowing that the Lugia was an easy target, easy knockout. 2 prizes right there, being lightning weak. My opponent wisely uses the switch and brings the Lugia safely onto the bench. Of course, we do have a Lysander that's just lurking in the shadows right now, ready to yank that Lugia off the bench into that spot, knock it out with a Night March. Here we go. We even get a Pumpkaboo. We can go ahead and play that onto the bench. Just go for, we get the Dimension Valley off of that unknown. That is great. We could get the, let's go for that Shaman right here. We even had Lysander. So all we need now is that DCE. And we'll go ahead and let's get rid of, the Lampent, and maybe a Pumpkaboo and a Joltik. So we got all 3 Night Marches right there. Let's go ahead and Lysander first so we can draw into that 1 extra card. That makes a difference. And yes, we got the DCE right here. Do we even get a Muscle Band off this? We do. But let's go ahead and power up by using the Battle Compressor. I think that'll be a little bit more wise. That way we can have that for the future use. Let's go ahead and get rid of a Joltik, maybe another Pumpkaboo, and oh, wait a second, there's no more Pumpkaboos than that. Well, I guess we can still get rid of the Archeops right here, and we still have a Lampent in our hand, so we have Via Seeker there available, so let's go ahead and knock out this guy. 280 damage. That is awesome. Oh, man. So that means we'll be hitting for 140. We need 2 more Night Marches into the discard pile to be able to knock out the Aegislash, but that's not going to happen. Certainly not going to happen, and we'll need a Muscle Band and get rid of this Lampent, so that way we will be able to do 180. My opponent ends us anyways, but we do get a DCE and a Floatstone. Again, we won't be able to knock out this Aegislash because of our DCE on the Joltik, so the only way we can work around this is to get a Mew EX, copy the Night March off the Joltik, and have Dimension Valley available to us. We do have an Escape Rope, which we can play and kind of dodge, Aegislash EX for now until we can find a Mew EX. And we even have Floatstone we can play on the Pumpkaboo. We have DCE, which we can play on the Joltik here. Even got a Via Seeker. Oh, this is too good. Too good. And we have an Escape Rope. We can go ahead and play that to bring out. We can probably just promote the Pumpkaboo. Give us the flexibility to choose if we want to go back into the Joltik. Or we can play the Shaman and see if we can get, the Mew EX and a basic energy. So let's go ahead and pull this off right here. What do we get? We do get the basic energy, but we didn't get the Mew EX. We got a Drachi instead. A little bit disappointing. We can just hang on to the Lysander for the next turn. I can play the DCE. I can play this on the Joltik, so we can get around this way. If we can draw into another basic lightning energy, we can attack with the Joltik on the bench. That could be pretty worthwhile for us. If we never see another Mew EX, then yeah, that'd be the way to go. So. And we do have Lysander there as well. Now all we need is the Dimension Valley. We should be able to use the Pumpkaboo as well with the DCE. So Lysander should be able to knock out that bronze. Ooh, my opponent plays a Team Flare Grunt for some reason. Even though he's going to clearly knock out the Joltik, our resistance isn't that awesome. It did reduce it to 80 instead of 100, but still, I mean, this isn't like the Machine Gun Stomp match earlier. And here is the Mew EX. We can go ahead and play that DCE, yeah, never mind. We can't play DCE in there. Probably should have held on to the basic lightning energy and then played it on the Mew EX now, and could have used the DCE on the Joltik. So let's go ahead and play an N. I don't exactly want to burn all these resources, you know, with Lysander, VS Seeker, and Juniper. Let's just go ahead. We'll just play Juniper here, and we were able to get the energy anyway. So, you know, I think now I think about it, it was a little bit of a regret right there. Probably didn't need to play the basic energy on the Joltik. Had I known, we probably should have just gone for the just held on to it and then draw into another Mew EX. But you never know. What if you never draw into Mew EX too? So that's one of those things where it's like, well, I could have played Lightning Energy a while ago. Now I got my second Lightning Energy, and now it's going to take 2 turns to power up Joltik, and I have yet to see my Mew EX. That could definitely happen. You never know. So that's why I played the Energy. I don't know. It was kind of a risk, but it doesn't matter. We were able to pull it off. And here, so we have a poor little Bronzong out here. Let's just Night March it for 180, knocking it out. 3 matches in a row, just quick, speedy, quick, lightning fast, quick. Very impressive showing. And again, this was Jason Klaczynski's deck that he chose to play in the Fort Wayne, Indiana regionals tournament. Again, I haven't shown a Night March deck in a while, so I thought I'd showcase it. And what better deck to showcase than the one used by a 3-time world champ. So that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button below this video. And if you guys are returning subscribers, thanks so much for being a part of this channel, being a part of this journey. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.